Jack Went. Say hi.
Hi guys, happy to be here. We're in New York, flew in a few hours ago. I'm running on about an hour of sleep on the plane, so it's gonna be a good one today.
And that's why you have coffee.
Yep.
And this is for people who are service-based businesses that want to learn how to execute at scale. So Jack is the CEO of High Rise Influence, and we are exhibitors here with the booth. And one of the cool things about having an agency like what Jack has is that he's focusing on implementation. And it's very different than doing consulting. We were just talking with some folks at lunch and they were talking about how they try to do everything for everybody and every client's very different, which is impossible to scale. But with High Rise Influence, Jack is working with 7 and 8 figure founders that have a great reputation but don't have a knowledge panel when you Google their name. And so for one fixed price, his team follows a process where we collect ingredients from the clients to be able to implement and then successfully get that knowledge panel. So the proof is very easy. It's if I Google your name or anyone else who wants to do business with you, Google your name, do I get a knowledge panel that pops up?
Yeah.
And I don't know of anyone else that can offer that or guarantee that. A lot of people are trying to sell that.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to share some thoughts that of kind of what we've been doing that I think will work for you if you're a service-based business. So Jack has hired some other friends of his to be able to work in High Rise Influence. And we've had a number of these calls with potential clients. And the key is, because we have put out so much content explaining what is a knowledge panel, explaining how does Google think about who you are, and is it really clear, do you have proof on you actually doing the things that you say that you do, other people talking about you like clients, industry expertise that's being shared on industry websites, all those different signals that Google can see across LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook and your blog and all that. If all that's there, then you probably will have the ingredients that can maybe trigger a knowledge panel. Now other people might have the same name, there's other sorts of issues, so we put a ton of content out there explaining exactly how we do what we do. And
There's no secret.
no, there's no secret to flying a jet or a secret to doing a heart surgery. That's all out there, right? But the expertise is something else. Doing it is something else.
Yeah.
So when we were traveling all across Europe, 8 different countries or whatnot, we were making videos, posting them out there, and people were then signing up.
Yep.
And some people have bought, which is cool. Now here's what I want you to understand, which is what I was telling Jack. So because we made it very clear who we serve, how we do it, what the expectation is, so we don't want to promise the world, we don't do consulting, we're about getting it done, right? Then when people come in and they buy the package, they know, like, yeah, I'm on the, if I'm a client, I have to qualify. I have to be a 7 or 8 figure founder. I have to have clear proof of my relationships that I do the thing that I say that I do. I understand that High Rise Influence is going to build a personal brand website, but it's not a design, choose the color and kind of beautiful kind of thing. I understand I have to produce video, and that might cost me an hour or 2 a week. But the video is going to be in a certain way, and we'll coach you through it and all this kind of stuff. And if all these things are true, then I guarantee that we'll have a knowledge panel. So when clients buy, they immediately get onboarding where we set them up inside our project management system. We get access to their main website, their Google Analytics, all their other things to like measure who they are. We collect their mentions. We see, who they're connected to on LinkedIn. We do research using AI tools. And thus, when they go through and set those things up, those are all items that are in advance of the actual meeting where we come in and claim their knowledge panel. Now, even though it's all documented, I've done it myself. This is what I was telling Jack. I record the Zoom calls with these clients where they've gone through the onboarding, like, yep, I've gone through the checklist, I'm ready to have that meeting, go through the meeting, go through the process of claiming that knowledge panel. And then the next day, ta-da, congratulations, Google has, Google's verified you and now you have a knowledge panel, right? But I set the expectations along the way in the whole onboarding process, in the materials even before they came in, during that call where we claim the knowledge panel of what to expect.
Yeah.
Because it's your reputation, because it's not just, okay, I got my knowledge panel, I'm done. right? No, we want to continue to build out, and so that way, this one guy we did it for last week, I forgot his name. He said, yeah, but I want to keep going with this. I want to keep, you guys have other services to build. I'm like, yes, we do. There's a monthly retainer service we can do on top of that. And because of that, we have a repeatable process. Now, we said 4 to 6 months. That's what our documentation says. But we actually got it done in a lot less time.
Yeah.
Because that way, I mean, we're not sandbagging, trying to claim, but we want to set the expectation, like in case we don't always get approved when we make a submission. We sometimes need more information. Sometimes, this guy, we told him, your confidence score is a 24, so we might not be able to claim it. We might not get a full knowledge panel. But understand, we want to keep building, and here's other things we want to do to keep enhancing your personal brand and reputation and reviews and LinkedIn recommendations and being on podcasts, and maybe we need to produce a book for you. Like, we'll do whatever's necessary along the way to get that. And thus we have a solid package, it's repeatable, it's documented, and now Jack is able to hire other virtual assistants and other friends to be able to implement that thing that he and I have done many times, which is the idea of learn, do, teach. We know it, we've done it many times, we've documented all the Zoom calls, we've documented our working sessions where we're like building AI tools to collect this information, documenting how exactly we build the personal brand websites, which has got a lot of code, and we built our own WordPress plugin and other things like that, which you probably don't even care all the technical details about a WordPress plugin, but we put it out there because anyone who is technical enough to want to take a look at this will say, dang, these guys have really put in some effort into this. Like, I wouldn't even want to touch anything like that.
Yeah.
And then B, the AI is noticing that. So ChatGPT or Perplexity or Google Gemini or Anthropic, like whatever your favorite AI tools are, they're picking up on the stuff that we're publishing. So you could even do this right now. Go into ChatGPT and say, like, how do I go and claim my knowledge panel? Or what does Dennis Yu do? Or how does Jack Went fit in this? And it'll say, like, well, here's all the things that they do. And here's that's the proof of whether you're Googleable is if you ask Google or you ask any AI, doesn't know the answer to this, right? And so that's what we're doing. We're enhancing the reputation. It's all these other people that are selling like, oh, AI SEO, or how do you win? Some people call it GEO, like generative engine optimization. Like, how do you rank in ChatGPT? It's so funny, like the software company.
It's all the same rules, it's just a different game.
So like all the SEO tools are now like claiming they can measure, AI results too, like how you rank. So this one tool gave me free access to their AI search results. And it shows here, check this out. Here it is. So in the last 3 days, the AI bots have visited 4,253 times. 1,500 pages indexed, and 23 human visits came through discussions that people had through the AI.
Wow.
And look at this. Of all the different AI bots that came to Blitzmetrics, and we do this for all the other sites, Anthropic's number one. Claudebot came 734 times in the last 3 days. ChatGPT, 649. The AI assistant and ChatGPT user came 562. Google came 549. So these other AIs are visiting our sites more often than Google is. And then you have Bing and Applebot. Applebot came 265 times. Amazon bot.
What is Applebot doing in there?
I think Applebot's just licensing Claude. I think Apple's like licensing someone else's stuff. And now it's showing us the pages. And look, how to unlock and claim and merge your knowledge panel. What is this telling us?
That's what people are searching.
When people are searching for questions related to knowledge panels, when they're asking the AI questions about a knowledge panel, the AI is referencing our articles.
Yeah.
And that's causing these people to come and visit.
Which
Isn't
is
that
cool because that's just a reinforcement of what we already know to be true, and what we tell you guys is no one else can promise this, and now the AI knows it. When someone asks the AI about knowledge panels, it goes to us for answers. How cool is that?
And we have proof right here.
Yep.
Right?
We'll have to figure out how to show that if we make a video out of this.
We're going to show it this afternoon on stage. Yeah, I've never seen anyone show this data before. People talk about, oh yeah, it's important to show up because people are going to be using the AI agents more than they're using Google. Like, okay, I've heard all of this like hypothetical, theoretical. Yeah, you need to show up in the AI results. Here it is. We've got proof. 23 human visitors have come from the 4,253 AI visits in the last 3 days.
That's
proof.
legit.
That's proof. And then people are telling me, people I've never heard are hitting me up on LinkedIn or whatnot, and they're saying like, I asked ChatGPT about knowledge panels or about personal branding, and it sent me to you guys. So can we have a discussion? And it's so neat. It's lead
that's
gen.
cool.
We're getting referrals, leads, not from us bombarding people with.
Because we play by the rules. We're not trying some SEO scheme or SEO trick. It's just about organic, leveraging the best recipes you have, the best ingredients you have, and then.
Yeah. The coolest thing is we're practicing what we preach. So we're literally giving away all of our knowledge. We have a 319 pages now, the main guide on how to go through all this, which is called the Content Factory, which is all the different stages of pushing your knowledge and experience and proof and all the things that you do out there. And that's why we don't believe in charging for consulting, because all that knowledge, we just put it out there for free. So anyone who's selling their time for training or knowledge or whatever, but we charge for implementation. And thus, because it's put out there, because the AI understands, now Jack and I can hire Jack's friends and other people. It's so awesome because we have friends that refer other friends, which creates a nice bond of trust. And then they can see that we practice what we preach, and thus the job roles for hiring these other people are already predetermined because we set the path initially and we documented what we did so other people can follow that example. And that's what I wanted you guys to see.
Preach it.
I see all these agencies that are so focused on selling.
Yeah, and they like we were saying, they customize for each new client. How do you promise any deliverables when you're customizing? How do you make a timeline?
Well,
I don't understand that.
You can customize, but you can't do custom.
Yeah.
Customize, like if you order a Tesla. I have a Tesla Model X. You can customize that. You can change the color of the seats. That you can change. Like, do you want whatever kind of package or like?
But you can't put a gas engine in it.
Yeah, like custom versus customize.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With services, you go to Chick-fil-A, you're gonna have a chicken sandwich. Oh, I'll spicy. Instead of the lemonade, I'll have the iced tea. Like, it's the same package, you can customize, but it's still the same SOP.
Yeah.
So if you're a services business, think about what are you doing to make a repeatable process? What items do you allow customization versus what items do you explicitly say that you don't do? And thus we've been very clear about what we don't do. We've been very clear about who we don't serve. Because we just had lunch with these two folks and they were trying to say they
serve everyone.
Serve everybody. And the guy's basically a consultant and it's just him. And he'll never be able to scale that thing into a business because it's just him. And that's fine. If you just want to do consulting and you're just a freelancer and you sell your time and you have a few close friends, and that's great. But he came to this conference saying he wanted to scale. I told him exactly what to do in like 5 different ways. Which is funny, he didn't hear what I had to say anyway, because people who don't pay don't listen, right? So, love to hear. What do you guys think? You're here watching the Digimarcon podcast channel, or we're actually repurposing this to our blog as well.
Yes.
Repurposing this to the podcast. This is running through our market scale platform.
You'll probably see it on ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT, because we're going to repurpose this. We're going to cut this into snippets. AI is going to analyze it. We're going to enhance existing articles, enhance our existing SOPs, cut out social snippets, so that, like, what would the query be on ChatGPT that would cause ChatGPT to refer to this?
How to scale your local service business agency?
Yeah, how to scale your agency, or
how to have a definable product. I mean, that's not a very popular keyword, but
how to show up in AI search results.
That'd be easy.
How to get the right clients. How do you get inbound
That would
leads
be
instead of outbound
ironic.
leads?
How to show up in AI results, and they're searching on AI.
I mean, if you want to
definitely
lose weight,
happened.
don't listen to the fat person, right? So, love to hear, what do you guys think? If you're practicing what you preach, and you've made it public, and you've shared that in multiple places, and you've connected everything together the way Google wants to see it, like through schema, and through these SEO things like linking from other high authority sites, then you deserve to rank. And those are the signals that Judge Google is looking for you to be able to show. And that's why Jack and I are here. We're actually demonstrating, for example, that we can create a podcast episode, demonstrating that we know how to speak on stage, demonstrating that we can get knowledge panels, demonstrating that we know how to use these different tools. And question for you is, are you doing that in your business?
Yeah.
Because if you are, and you're not getting people coming to you, then what's broken? Well, you're not doing it in a high authority enough way. You're not running dollar a day so that the algorithm can send it to people who are just like your ideal customer. You don't have a clear ideal customer. It's like 10 different, oh, this guy and this guy and this guy could be anybody. Like, no, who's that ideal target? In other words, who do you not serve? That's the irony. You want to get more traffic? Start by saying who you don't serve.
Yeah. It is interesting.
Yeah.
Because then it creates this exclusive nature to the product that people are like, okay,
It creates relevancy.
why don't I qualify?
Yeah.
They get offended almost.
So we have a lot of plumbers.
Spikes their curiosity.
I love working with plumbers. And I focus on the different plumbers that we have. And more plumbers come in because they see what we've done with Sal Sciorda and Roger Wakefield and and other guys like that. And so plumbers are also HVAC, often HVAC related, or HVAC folks also do plumbing. And we're well connected in that whole plumbing HVAC space. We speak at the plumbing HVAC conferences. So when we've made a lot of plumbing HVAC content, then we run dollar a day against it. Then the system, meaning Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, will target those people that are friends with other HVAC plumbing people, which works for us, and that gives us more referrals and so on. So
that's like what we were talking about with Boostability a few months ago.
Yeah.
That was like probably 6 or 7 months ago now, but with the GeoGrid.
Yeah.
I mean, we can link to it in our article, but that is a great way to conceptualize how local SEO works, especially with how we use the Content Factory to leverage the grid as much as we can.
Yeah.
So.
And we did all this without ever mentioning local SEO. I don't even like to use the word SEO because I want to talk about what you actually do. SEO implies that you're trying to trick the search engines. We actually want to show proof. And that's why we only want to work with people who actually have proof. Like a lot of people say they do, but then we look at the reviews. There's no evidence of other clients or industry partners talking about them. We look at their website, it's not really clear what they do. They say they do everything, right?
Yeah, we're just the amplification.
Yep.
The better you are, the better we can deliver. And it's as simple as that. That's why we lead every pitch and every video that we're driving to our products with, you might qualify, or this is what we're looking for, and you probably don't qualify.
We're like, Gordon Ramsay, where we say, without being the asshole, and we say, you want to make a great steak frite, here's the ingredients. You need, prime grade beef, you need potatoes, you need Parmesan cheese, you need olive oil, here's all the ingredients you need, and then here's how we cook. Instead of these other chefs promising everything. Well, the trouble in digital marketing that no one wants to admit is that if you're the services business, the ingredients have to come from the client. If you produce the ingredients, you're just generating stuff using AI, which Google can see right through. So
you can't make a beef Wellington out of bologna. You just can't do it.
That's a good one. I'm going to use that one.
You just can't do it.
You can't make chicken salad out of chicken shiitake. Yeah. Awesome. Love to hear what you guys think. And connect with Jack Wendt or myself, or go to highriseinfluence.net, or just Google either of our names. Love to hear what you guys think.
We were just in bologna.
We were. That was a lot of baloney.